AITA for confronting my sister about her constant interference in my parenting. I, 28, am a father of two young kids, a 5-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy. I have a younger sister, Sarah, 26F, who has been a huge part of my life growing up. But lately, she's been causing some tension in our family, specifically with her overstepping boundaries when it comes to my kids. To give some background, Sarah and I have always had a bit of a contentious relationship, but it's mostly playful banter. I've never had any serious issues with her until recently. She's never been married and has no kids of her own, but she's always tried to act like she knows better when it comes to parenting. My wife, 30F, and I are pretty laid back, but we do have boundaries, and those boundaries are constantly being tested by Sarah. It all started a few months ago when my daughter started getting into ballet. My wife and I decided to enroll her in a class, and Sarah immediately began making comments like, "Are you sure she's ready for that?" And maybe she'd enjoy something else more. At first, I brushed it off. I assumed she was just trying to be helpful, but it quickly escalated. Sarah started showing up uninvited to every ballet class, sitting in the back and suggesting ways my daughter could improve. She would also start texting me tips about how to parent, giving unsolicited advice on discipline, bedtimes, and even feeding. I told her a few times that we were fine and didn't need her help, but it didn't seem to make a difference. I don't mind the occasional advice, but it started feeling like she was undermining every decision we made. The tipping point came a few weeks ago. My daughter had a small fall during her ballet class. It wasn't a big deal. She got up, dusted herself off, and kept going. But Sarah wasn't having it. She rushed over and started comforting my daughter, telling her she needed to be more careful and that she shouldn't be pushed too hard. I could see my daughter looking at her like she didn't understand why her aunt was suddenly making such a big deal out of a little fall. I pulled Sarah aside and told her firmly that I appreciated her concern, but she needed to respect our decisions as parents. I told her that if she wanted to be involved in my kids' lives, she had to start respecting our boundaries. I also told her that if she kept overstepping, we'd need to take a step back from seeing her as often. Sarah got upset, calling me controlling and accusing me of treating her like an outsider. She said that I was blowing things out of proportion and that I didn't understand how much she cared about my kids. She claimed I was making her feel unwelcome and that she was just trying to be a good aunt. My parents are now involved, and while they agree that Sarah's behavior has been a little too much, they think I was too harsh when I confronted her. They said that I should have approached the situation with more patience, given how close we've always been. My wife agrees with me, but we're both feeling isolated in this situation. So, Reddit, AITA, for confronting my sister about her interference in my parenting, or should I have been more understanding and patient?